And here we go tonight in the World Gym Arena, a man from Skipperville, Alabama. Skipperville's favorite son, Clay Roberts, always high energy. Welcome to another edition of the Reality Wrestling. Brad Gilmore, joined by another special colleague, special commentator for this event, Mr. Patrick Creighton from ESPN 97.5. Pat, how you doing?
Doing well, Brad. Thanks for having me in. This is going to be an exciting night.
Yeah, absolutely, and this is an exciting individual, man. Clay Roberts, I like him, man. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of his energy. He's been trying to piece together big wins here in Reality Wrestling for quite some time. We'll see if he can get another victory here in 2020 to finish out strong, perhaps get back in the championship picture. We'll see what happens. Daniel Miller, we saw him a couple of weeks ago here, actually last week on Reality of Wrestling, making his debut in the World Gym Arena, the house that Booker T built. And I say, he's got a lot of great fundamentals, man. He went up against Tommy the Brute Bolton in a losing effort, but very impressive. That's why we see him again this week, trying to make an impression, Pat.
I'll tell you, Clay Roberts is going to be giving away some size, some height, some weight. He's going to have to rely on that speed and that ring savvy here.
Look at that, smothering the face of Clay Roberts. Great there. He's trying to play a little mind games with Clay Roberts, also trying to get him to slow down. That's going to be Daniel Miller's key to victory here. Get the faster athlete to slow down.
As Roberts getting reversal, and the big man on top here of Roberts.
Oh, man, look at that. You can see the pain registering on Clay Roberts' face, and there's that agility that I talked about, Pat. There's the agility I talked about from Clay Roberts.
In the armbar, a nice reversal there by Roberts as Miller retreating to the ropes looking for the break and gets the clean break from Roberts there. And we saw earlier the little intimidation tactics by Miller. Maybe Roberts might come to regret that later on, Brad.
Yeah, you might be right. You know, showing mercy is never a great thing if you if you listen to the teachings of Cobra Kai, right? Hit hard, no mercy. Hit first. Oh, someone's going to call me out of the YouTube comments for that one. Strike hard, strike first, show no mercy. As Daniel Miller tries to get back in this thing. Wow, look at that.
It's the leapfrog. It goes to the top. Swing and a miss. Nice standing drop kick by Roberts, who gives us a little kung fu action there at the end.
Speaking of Cobra Kai.
Goes to the cover, 1, 2, and Miller kicks out.
Daniel Miller, man, very, very good. And what you talked about earlier when we had that rope break. Oh, look at that.
Knife edge chops. As Roberts now takes the initiative into the with the forearm smash, and now Roberts in control. Sends him with the reversal here into the corner, and that's going to hurt.
Look at that. You see the pain registering on the face of Clay Roberts. Oh, my. Look at that. Daniel Miller, Pat, just not letting him breathe.
Just putting the boots to him. And, he talked about, hey, no mercy. Don't let your guy have a chance. Where Roberts gave the clean break, Miller no clean break, and now putting the boots to him in the corner.
Needs to break that count for the referee. Gets to 5. Daniel Miller, even though still in his rookie season, if you will, here in Reality of Wrestling, another count there. Very, very moves like a veteran. He had great ring awareness to get that rope break. He knows how to utilize the count of 5 with the referee. Oh, man, I kind of like his style.
You never want to give your opponent that small window. Sometimes that's all it takes. Respect your opponent. Daniel Miller on top of Clay Roberts, not giving him the chance to breathe as he's right on top of again. Roberts the shot to the gut, trying to get out knife edge chop.
Oh, man.
Takes a shot to the face, and down Roberts goes again.
That European uppercut really taking its effect, and now Daniel Miller going to the outside. Here's the thing. It might not be legal, Pat, but I kind of like it. I like by the any means necessary mentality of Daniel Miller. He's got to get a win, but whatever it takes.
Anytime you're facing a veteran like Clay Roberts, somebody who's been in reality wrestling for a while, this is a chance for Daniel Miller to make his name. Knife edge chop from Roberts.
And you see, though, the strategy I talked about, the key to victory for Daniel Miller was to slow Clay Roberts down. You see some signs of fatigue and exhaustion on Skipperville's favorite son's face.
In for the ride, swing and a miss. The clothesline misses again. Crossbody, caught him, in trouble.
Oh, no, look at that, showing off his strength.
A couple of curls here.
What is he going to do with him? Oh, my goodness, a fall-away slam, Pat.
Tell you, that was an impressive move from Daniel Miller. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and Roberts somehow the wherewithal to get out of that pin.
You know, that goes to the never say die attitude of the Skipperville Serpent, Clay Roberts.
You know, these stretch holds, you know, sometimes people look at these and they think, oh, this isn't that big a deal. These are very uncomfortable holds. If you're the guy getting the knee in the back and getting stretched out, those are not fun. They do damage. They wear down a guy's energy. Roberts trying to find the energy. Now with a couple of shots, takes a big clubbing blow over the back. Nice kick to the gut. Now off the ropes. Hits the high knee.
There goes clothesline. Wow, look at that. Clay Roberts right back into this thing. He's using his in-ring IQ to his advantage. He did graduate 7th in his class from Skipperville University. There's only 7 in his class, but nevertheless, he is a well-educated individual.
Well, here he is getting some momentum.
Oh, look at
Goes
that.
off the top of the head with the kick, and now a pinning call. 1, 2, no, and Daniel Miller not ready to go just quite yet.
That was 2 15/16 right there for Clay Roberts. That move typically will get him a victory, and now he's feeling it, though. He is feeling it in this socially distanced crowd here on the Reality of Wrestling.
Miller looking for a way out with a shot to the stomach. Scoops him up. Roberts escapes. Now goes
going for that crossface.
For the
he's got it in.
He's got it locked.
The Chris crossface. And he's tapping.
And that's going to do it. Daniel Miller taps out. And Clay Roberts, another victory here in Reality of Wrestling, as you said earlier, Brad, trying to get his name back up the top of the rankings, trying to get back into that title picture. Impressive victory from Clay Roberts here tonight. Beats a bigger, stronger man, uses that speed, that agility, that savvy, and then the crossface submission. Terrific outing here from Clay Roberts.
And Skipperville's favorite son continues on. We have more Reality of Wrestling after this.
This is Booker T World Gym Arena in Texas City, the home to the Reality of Wrestling Training Center. It's a 20,000 square foot facility with more than 50 full-time students and wrestlers from around the world. Inside the World Gym Arena sits a 9,000 square foot venue set up for weekly shows where our students showcase their skills.
What he's done here is awesome. He's created opportunity and he's creating great talent, as you guys well know.
At the World Gym Arena, we don't just teach you how to become a professional wrestler, but an elite sports entertainer. This is Reality of Wrestling.
And here we go, Diamonds Division action here in the Reality of Wrestling. Brad Gilmore alongside Promise Braxton. Promise,
Hey.
welcome to the table. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
And here comes the queen of House Rose, Raychell Rose, back here in the World Gym Arena trying to get on track here in 2020. Like she said, this kid gets it.
What's that say?
It says the queen of House Rose.
He lied.
Yeah, you know, he's an idiot. Comes from upbringing. Parents are probably idiots too. As she's making the fans kneel.
That's stupid. I don't like that.
I know you don't. Well, Promise, you definitely made your presence felt this year in 2020 in the Diamonds Division. You've had a couple opportunities to grab that championship from the champion Rok-C. What can we expect from you going forward? I mean, I would think that you want to be in this contest here this evening.
I mean, I think it's unfair. I think the way I've been treated is very unfair. I think I deserve to be the the current Diamonds champion, but we'll see what happens tonight.
We will see. I mean, Raychell Rose has always been right there in terms of winning that championship, and here comes another one trying to get back into the rankings here in Reality Wrestling and try to make a name for herself, and that is the one and only Jenna Lynn. We haven't seen Jenna Lynn in some time here in Reality of Wrestling, but the master of karate is back, and she is back with a full head of steam, looking like she's fresh out of the Cobra Kai dojo.
See, I like Jenna Lynn. I like the whole karate thing, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
You seem like you're not really buying into it. You don't think that she's a real black belt, do you?
I think they switched the belts on the head and the one on the waist.
They might have. Jenna Lynn, though, always a ball of energy. She is a welcome addition back to the Reality Wrestling Diamonds roster. And we await one more.
Who is it? Of course.
And there she is, the prodigy, Rok-C, the longest reigning Diamonds champion in the history of the company, and very close to being the longest reigning champion in Reality of Wrestling ever, is the 18-year-old, or is she 19 now,
She's
prodigy.
19.
She is 19, the 19-year-old prodigy, Rok-C, all the way from Laredo, Texas. You know what? I like the people of Laredo. They've produced a lot of great things. Rok-C at the top of that list. She is the champion, so I show her that respect. And let me ask you, what is y'all's relationship like? You and Rok-C, y'all have definitely kind of gone back and forth as of late.
It's more so love and hate. I feel like she loves me, but I absolutely hate her. You know, I tolerate Rok-C. I think Rok-C is the only woman in this division that is tolerable.
Okay, well, you know what? You don't want to tolerate her as champion, because I know that's the position you want to find yourself in. But now, speaking of champions, the championship advantage is out the window in a triple threat match, as you know, Rok-C does not have to be pinned or made to submit to lose her championship. Not the odds that you want here.
Yeah, these matches can be tricky. It can be either or. It can be Jenna, Penny, Raychell. You know, either or.
Yeah,
okay.
It can go any way there, but sometimes you. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, stretching in the corner. Come on.
Raychell selling the injury, maybe a little over that, and I think she just is saying, you know, Rok-C, Jenna Lynn, you start this out, which might be great strategy from the Queen of House Rose, letting these two ladies fight it out. You stay on the outside, let them do all the dirty work.
Yeah, look at it. Strong lockup. I like it so far.
Now, you say that Rok-C is the only one you find tolerable in your own words. If you were to find yourself in a championship match after the conclusion of this one, who would you like to face out of this? Who would you like to come out of this as the champion?
I would say Raychell. I think Raychell is obviously the smallest one in this match here. You know, it's a triple threat match. You know, work smart, not hard. You know, let them do the dirty work. Let them fight it out, and then when the match is over, you slide in and get the 1, 2, 3. And I feel like that's what Rachel's going to do tonight, which anyone with a brain would do.
Absolutely. Now Rok-C working on that left arm of Jenna Lynn and doing an expert job. You know, she's only 19 years of age. She's been at this since the age of 16, and she has really shown out in her young career.
Yes. Okay, where we going? Oh, okay.
Look at that.
Okay.
A little ping pong ball-like rally between Rok-C and Jenna Lynn, using Raychell Rose as the proverbial ping pong ball.
Bam.
Here we go, cover by Rok-C. 1, 2.
Yes.
Whoa, hold on now. And here's
Smash
where the
that,
dissension
yes.
will start. This is where it will all start. These two pulling one another off. They're not going to let one or the other get the 3 count, especially not Rok-C for Jenna Lynn. She wants to retain that championship, and these are where the perils you will find yourself in when in regards to a triple threat match.
See, in these matches we just talked about, there's no friends. I don't understand why Rok-C and Jenna were trying to like tag team on Raychell, because it never works.
No, and look, no alliances are going to be continued here. Jenna Lynn faking Rok-C out, and now these two staring at one another. Rok-C trying to throw that right hand, but Jenna Lynn, there we go. Jenna Lynn been on ice from the majority of 2020. She has come back, and she has been impressive with what we've seen from her thus far. Can she pull out the upset victory in the division that really has been made upon upset victories? You talk about Kylie Ray and her debut in Reality Wrestling, winning the championship. Ivory Robin upsetting many people to win that championship. Cinema beating 9 other women in one night to win the championship. Cover here, 1, 2, and a kick out there from Jenna Lynn. Rok-C even winning the title was seen as an upset at the time, so Jenna Lynn could follow in the tradition of the division and be the next champion very easily.
You never know in these matches. Anything is possible. I feel like Jenna is definitely Diamond's champion material, and it could happen tonight. We'll see.
Do you think if Jenna Lynn became the Reality Wrestling Diamonds Division champion, you know, that would be a better matchup for you stylistically?
I feel like any girl you give me, I can handle myself. So whether it's Jenna, Rok-C, Raychell, Hayan, AQA, Danny, it really doesn't matter. They can win the championship tonight, and I'll be champion tomorrow.
Look at that. I love
Slide
the
in.
confidence, but there was what you were talking about with Raychell Rose. She is executing what you said to the T.
She's a very smart girl. Very smart girl.
Picking her spots. All about timing in these triple threat matches. And now, here's the thing.
Using the long legs, the very long legs, yes.
Using the leverage to her advantage, barking at our senior referee, Isaac Bouillon. And here's the thing now. Promise that we find Jenna Lynn and Raychell Rose in the ring, the champion on the outside, but we could still crown a champion between these two. That is the disadvantage, the champion's disadvantage, what we've talked about this entire evening in a triple threat.
Yeah, I mean, Rok-C, if she wants to keep that title, she needs to get back in the ring.
She definitely does. She's still on the outside, reeling from the attack from Raychell Rose, as Raychell is really in the driver's seat now in this triple threat match, picking apart Jenna Lynn.
Exactly. She needs to just execute something, go for the 1, 2, 3.
Oh, wait a minute.
Here we go.
Wait a minute. There's Rok-C, cover one.
Nope.
Wow.
Okay.
That is the unpredictable nature of not only the Diamonds division, but triple threat matches in general.
Let's snatch the eye.
Oh, and a big spear from the Queen of House Rose.
Come on.
But she was not able to capitalize as Rok-C rolls into the corner, and there's a high knee.
Woo!
And a hesitation drop kick to the corner, right to the chest of Rok-C. And now,
where it
can she get a
goes.
cover?
1, 2,
Oh,
no.
wow. Kick out immediately after 2. Raychell Rose trying to go to Jenna Lynn. 1, 2, and a kick out from Jenna Lynn.
Come on, you gotta secure the bag. Come on.
Secure the bag
Secure
indeed.
the bag. Come on, you gotta do it. Come on, end it.
But now look
What's she
at
going
this.
for?
Trying to go for some sort of submission attempt, and look at that.
Yes,
Oh,
I
my
like it.
goodness.
I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
And look at
Come
that.
on.
Jenna Lynn is in no position
And
to
Rok-C
find
is
a rope break.
Spoke too soon. Spoke too soon.
We were saying that Rok-C was nowhere to be found, and there she comes with a knee to the side of the dome. Right to the side of the dome of Raychell Rose, and look at that, Raychell just laying lifeless there. If Rok-C was able to capitalize, we could have maybe had a 3 count, and she could have retained her championship. All 3 of these women down in the middle of the ring.
See, you gotta get up. See, if that was me in the ring, it could have been done and over. I'd have pinned all 3 of them at once.
Oh, I believe you, Promise Braxton. And now these 3 women up to their knees, just exchanging strikes between the 3 of them. Rok-C first to a vertical base.
And Jenna with the fire strikes. Let's go. Woo! Oh, whoa.
Jenna Lynn had it scouted.
Yes.
Back spinning kick there. Oh, and a DDT.
Okay, Jenna.
Jenna
liking
fired up. But Raychell Rose smartly. Oh, wait a minute. There's a Luthez press from the champion to the challenger, Jenna Lynn. And Jenna Lynn getting peppered with short arm strikes from Rok-C.
This is where Rok-C is really dangerous. When Rok-C gets on her feet and gets that momentum, it's time to go. Fire knees.
And here we
Let's
go.
go.
What is she looking for here? Looking maybe for a Russian leg sweep. Oh, wait a minute.
Whoa, come on.
What is she doing here?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. A simultaneous Russian leg sweep and DDT. Rok-C pinning the challenger. 1, 2. Trying to retain her championship. A second away. And now Jenna Lynn. 1, 2. And a kick out there from Rok-C. Oh, my goodness. Not giving up. 2. Persistence pays, but not in this case.
And that's why Rok-C is the champion. Rok-C has an eye for the ring. She knows exactly where she wants her opponent to be.
I mean, she has essentially grown up inside of a squared
She
circle.
has. Okay, nice block.
She's looking for that prodigy DDT.
No. What Jenna got for us?
Jenna. Oh, expert kick dropping the champion to 1 knee.
Okay.
Oh, Rok-C had it scouted. And here she goes.
Here we
Prodigy
go.
DDT.
Down.
There it is. There it is.
There
Can
we
we get
go.
a cover? 1.
2.
Oh, and Raychell Rose was right there, promised to break up the count.
Woo. See, that's a smart girl. I told you. I got my money on Raychell. Come on.
Maybe Raychell can pull again the upset in the division that is known for its upsets.
She's angry. Look at her.
But here's the thing. We've seen Rok-C when she gets to this angry state. She is not like a normal person who will get frustrated and take her eye off the ball. She almost zeroes in and focuses more than ever.
Whoa.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful from the champion. Going
And
up
rolls
look at
out. See, that girl is money. That girl is money. Rolls out the ring.
Rolling out to the floor. Rok-C not able to get a pin.
And turns right back to Jenna. And
Jenna Lynn.
Looking for.
Oh, wait a minute. One, two.
No.
Rok-C shifting her weight, but going into that middle turnbuckle, and she may have been knocked a little bit loopy there.
See, Jenna's on fire right now.
Jenna Lynn.
Going for that DDT.
Oh,
no.
look at that. Raychell Rose just shoving her off that top rope. Jenna Lynn looking for an extra momentum by jumping off of that. Raychell Rose not letting that go down.
And here we go.
Beautiful.
That's it. Come on, one.
Beautiful right there.
And Rok-C.
Her version of the Claymore, and Rok-C just throwing her out of the ring, and wait a minute, capitalizing. 1, 2, 3.
That little cheater.
Hey, you know what? That's well within the rules of the match. Raychell Rose had this match won, but Rok-C finding a way to still retain, and she maintains her run as the Reality Wrestling Diamond Champion.
You know what, Brad? I give her props for that. You know, that was something I would do.
Oh, well, maybe we will see a future championship challenger in Promise Braxton for Rok-C. Only time will tell. Promise, thank you for joining us here this week on Reality of Wrestling, and we hope to see you back in the Squared Circle ASAP challenging for that title.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Brad.
And Rok-C, the prodigy, continues on. More Reality of Wrestling coming up.
For over 13 years, the King of Solar Screens has been an industry leader, and we proudly use 100% American-made products. Home of the $55 any size, any color solar screen.
Well, what about arches?
$55.
What about circles?
$55.
What about rectangles?
$55.
Any size, any color, installed free. The King of Solar Screens, on time, every time.
Now can you dig that, sucker?
Well, it is main event action here this week on the Reality of Wrestling, and the brand new Reality of Wrestling champion, Abel Andrew Jackson, in his first title defense. Brad Gilmore joined by Warren Johnson, a former champion in Reality Wrestling himself, member of the leader of the Renegades of Wrestling. How we doing, Warren?
I'm good, something like that, the leader. I'm out here scouting competition. You know how things go.
Well, I know how you are, and this is a man, though, who has been on this journey for 15 years plus to become the Reality Wrestling champion. Let's take a look at how it happened. Brought to you by the King of Solar Screens.
He blocks it. Big thrust kick right to the chin right
Wait,
now.
he's calling
the
for it.
Paris. Wait a minute. He's got to go to his swing
vote. Swing vote. That could be it. 1, 2, 3. We have a new champion. We have a new champion in the main event of Swing Vote. Abel Andrew Jackson has finally reached the mountaintop. He punched his ticket. He has been elected the Reality of Wrestling champion. You know what it's like to win championship gold for the first time in Reality Wrestling. What goes through your mind?
You go to a whole new level once you get a championship around your legs, man.
And here it comes, the Davidson Drip. Just one belt shy of having the trifecta, losing that Reality Wrestling Championship, but Ryan Davidson still holding the Wildcat. Yeah, still holding the Wildcat and Hurricane Pro Heavyweight Championships of the world. He was looking tonight to become a 3-time Reality of Wrestling champion against Abel Andrew Jackson. He's been saying it was all a fluke. It was all a fluke. People got caught up in the emotion of the event. He took his eye off the ball for just a moment, and that is the only reason why Abel Andrew Jackson won. He is used to having gold around his waist. He is the first ever Grand Slam champion in this company's history. That means oh so much. First and only.
Man, the Bear, Ryan Davidson, is someone, you can look up to here in Reality of Wrestling. I mean, who wouldn't want to be a Grand Slam champion? That's something that, I would love to do one day.
His tactics are not always the greatest, and you've had experience with Ryan Davidson. Y'all kind of partnered up in the past before.
Little deals under the table here and there, but here we go, the bell's ringing.
Here we are. We're about to start up. These two men sizing each other up, trying to see who's going to be the tougher. Collar and elbow there in the center. What goes through your mind, Warren, when you have to defend a championship in a main event situation that you just won?
Well, the number one thing is, when you're a champion, you got a target on your back, so you got to be prepared. You always got to be ready. So you got to stay trained up. You got to stay prepared. Preparation is going to be your only luck, was what I've heard from a wise man. Oh.
Look at that, some mocking by the former champion to the current, saying that, are you still the face of reality of wrestling? And here's the thing, Abel Andrew Jackson was in obscurity for several months, if not years. We hadn't seen anything from him, and then he comes out of nowhere and gets a title shot.
That's what I'm saying. He's been missing. I haven't seen this man in months, almost a year or so, man. And then he comes out of nowhere and gets a championship title shot and wins. It's kind of unfair in my eyes, in my opinion. But I mean, hey, he got the job done. So
he's been running for his campaign for several years now, and finally he won in a single election, and that election was the biggest one that you can win here in Reality of Wrestling. That's for the title, and now he's got to prove it. That's what we've always said here at Reality Wrestling. It's one thing to win; it's another thing to defend. On any given Sunday, someone can go out there and upset the world. We've seen it in boxing. We've seen it in MMA. We've seen it in professional football. Can you repeat? Can lightning strike twice?
You got to see, and it only takes 3 seconds in this business.
3 seconds is the difference between infamy or being remembered forever. Oh, wow. Now that's disrespectful. That is disrespectful.
You slap the taste out of your mouth, Abel. What you gonna do, man?
Well, you see Abel getting fired up. Oh my gosh, he got too emotional there, made a quick decision, and got caught with a right hand.
Your emotions got to be intact when you're a champion too, man. You can't let little things like that, override what's at hand, the bigger prize up ahead.
Now, don't let temporary emotions determine your overall future.
Go up.
Oh, look at that, though. Great move right there from Abel Andrew Jackson, ducking the line. Oh, but here's the veteran.
That ain't gonna work, man.
Swing. Oh! Oh, and just throwing his whole body into the bear. And now we're seeing the champion. The champion is gaining confidence. Jumping right over right there, and a beautiful right there. Oh, and another one. Faked him out, cover 1, 2. A schoolboy, how fitting would that have been? Oh, big drop kick there. We know that Abel Andrew Jackson won that match with the swing vote. That swinging neck breaker, DDT-like maneuver that he's beaten so many people in his illustrious career with. But Ryan Davidson, he can put you out with that bear lariat. Have you ever felt one of those bear lariats before?
I've been fortunate not to have felt the bear lariat.
Oh, look at that!
Outside of the ring.
Outside the ring, right in front of the commentary table. And that really speaks to the abilities that Abel Andrew Jackson has been able to maintain throughout his entire career. A veteran who's still willing to take the high-risk maneuvers shows you how important this Reality Wrestling Championship is to him.
High-risk maneuvers play big when you got a bigger opponent. As such as myself, I can't take a man like Ryan Davidson down with just a clothesline, so I have to use my whole body to get a man like that off his feet.
That's an excellent point, Warren Johnson. And now you're talking about another high-risk maneuver. It looks like the champ is climbing up to the top. Oh, he had scouted. He saw Ryan Davidson out of the corner of his eye and a couple of right hands and ramming his head right into the turnbuckle. By any means necessary, right?
Any means necessary. What's my man say? Straight to the top, right?
Straight to the top. Well, at least that's what he signaled for. And there's, though, where the high-risk maneuver can come to bite you in the behind.
Risk is the key word. Risk is the key word in the high risk.
Absolutely.
Sometimes, it doesn't go out as planned.
Look at that, looking for the, oh no, just an inverted suplex, sending Abel Andrew Jackson straight on his face. Cover 1, 2, can we have a new champion? No.
See, I noticed Ryan Davidson knocked him off that perch onto his midsection. It looks like he's going to be working on that the whole match. The way I'm peeping things out, the way I'm paying attention.
Astute observation from somebody who has plenty of in-ring championship experience, and there it goes. Like you said, Warren Johnson, right to the rib cage again is Ryan Davidson.
So Ryan Davidson, another thing that I admire about this man, he's smart. He's calculated. He knows what he has to do to get the things done that he has to get done. He wants to be the champion again. He wants that championship back around his waist. Keep on working that midsection, brother.
And he'd be on a short list of individuals in the history of this company. Cover 1, 2. You saw the forearm to the face. Abel Andrew Jackson kicking out with both legs, and he's looking exhausted, and that's going to go to the rib injury. Have you ever sustained a rib injury in your career?
No, but I have, had my ribs attacked in a match, and that's where your breathing comes from. It's, a man can't breathe, a man can't wrestle. So.
Yeah, it looks like smart strategy here from the Bear, continuing to attack the ribs, the sternum, the upper chest of Abel Andrew Jackson to restrict the breathing. Swing and a miss there.
There you go.
Oh!
Trying to come back.
And a shot again now to that midsection. Ryan Davidson looking for a Davidson driver. Reversal. Well, that'll slow you down. Atomic drops one name for it, but I think that Ryan Davidson's singing tenor in the gospel choir now. And now Ryan Davidson on his back, Abel on his back. Which man can get up to a vertical base? This is the main event here on Reality of Wrestling. It is for our top prize, the Reality of Wrestling Championship. We want to thank the now over 400,000 subscribers to the Reality of Wrestling YouTube channel. Please like, share, and leave a comment as Abel Andrew Jackson now seemingly in the fight of his life, but it's going his way for the moment. Oh my goodness. I may have spoke too soon.
Oh, crossbody.
Something you're not used to from Ryan Davidson. Cover 1, 2, and a kick out.
Didn't get the job done, big man. You got to stay on him.
Have to stay on Abel Andrew Jackson. You have to smother this man. One of the reasons he's been able to stay in such tip-top condition is because he stays in tip-top condition. He's got great stamina. He is able to go all night long. Ready, willing, and able, no pun intended. And Warren, you called it right after we saw Abel Andrew Jackson land on that top turnbuckle. This was going to be Ryan Davidson's pinpoint. This was going to be where his focus would be pointed at to wear down the midsection, the ribs, to restrict the breathing of the champion.
Squeezing the air out of him, squeezing the life out of him.
It looks like Abel Andrew Jackson might be fading here a little bit, trying to have this limited capacity audience get him back into it. Oh, and there you go. Ringing the bell and doing it again. You want to talk about not being able to balance or understand where you are. Messing with the equilibrium will do that, and can he get him up?
Big German suplex.
Oh my goodness, look at that. It may have taken, though, the remainder of the strength from Abel Andrew Jackson to get the near 300 plus Ryan Davidson up and over like that. Now referee counting. And what's going on in your mind as a competitor when you and your opponent have thrown everything at the wall and you find yourself in this position?
You find yourself in this position, you're trying to, collect all your thoughts, collect everything that all your strategy and put it into a last bit of hope. Hopefully that crowd is getting behind you or whatever you can find to inspire you to come back and get the win.
And it looks like Abel Andrew Jackson is doing just that. Both these men back to a vertical base. Yeah, some punches to the face. Reversal here. Double reversal. Look at that. Again, though, every time Abel Andrew Jackson hits a big move, Warren Johnson, he cannot capitalize.
Yeah, man, he's using so much energy that he can't even cover after it's a big move.
Yeah, and I think it goes back to, again, what you pointed out, those ribs. He's using all this exertion, all the oxygen is being let out just to hit these big maneuvers, but he's not able to capitalize. Here we go. Can he hit him with it?
Signal for that swing vote.
In the knee to the ribs. Ryan Davidson sends the champion into the corner. Reversal, though.
Head scissors. Okay.
And that could be the opening that Abel Andrew Jackson needs.
Hit him with that swing vote.
He's calling for it.
Champ, huh?
He's calling for it. He's here to prove that he is not one and done, like Ryan Davidson claims. Oh, look at that, though. He can't. When he extended that right arm to signal the swing vote, you could tell his ribs were still affecting him. And oh my goodness! I mean, gave him no chance to breathe. He smothers him with that modified bear lariat. I don't even know if it was a full lariat, more as a body avalanche attack. And now Ryan Davidson setting up for a second one. Oh, kicks the hand, kicks the midsection, fighting through it. Oh, swing vote. Swing vote. Can he get the cover though, Warren Johnson?
Again. Using all that energy, and he can't cover the man. You're the champ, baby. You got to get it done.
And you see the pain all over the face of the champion, slowly crawling over. There it is. Cover 1, 2. Oh my goodness.
I knew it.
Ryan Davidson finding a way to get that right shoulder up just in the nick of time. This match continues, but how much longer can Abel Andrew Jackson go on?
I don't think he has much left in him, so my strategy would be to end this quick, man. Go for another swing vote, go for a submission or something.
Do anything to get the job done and punch your ticket, cast your ballot, if you will. Oh my goodness. Ryan Davidson, maybe just out of instinct, sending Abel Andrew Jackson into the corner.
Letting down them straps, you know what that means. Uh-oh.
Catching him with the back elbow, though. Ryan Davidson stunned. The champion finding a way back into it.
He's still in this.
Oh, wow, look at that. How in the world did he hit an enziguri this deep into the match?
Uh-oh, he says he's still the face. Oh, big super kick in his face.
Super kick right to the grill of the bear. And now Abel Andrew Jackson, though, got his eyes on the turnbuckle. What, is he thinking about going back up to the top? What is he thinking right here? Springboard. Oh, my
goodness. Out the way. See, taking too much time, man. He should have put it away with something else and got it over with.
Close but no cigar, as the old saying goes. Oh, and a bear lariat from the challenger. And what is he doing now? Setting him up for the Davidson driver. Warren Johnson, this does not look good for the champion. Can he cover?
Look at him. Capitalize.
1, 2, 3.
Wow.
We have a new champion.
Just like that.
Once again, the bear, Ryan Davidson, has climbed to the mountaintop for the 3rd time in his illustrious career. He is now a three-time Reality of Wrestling champion. Incredible effort from the former champion, Abel Andrew Jackson. He was in this to the very last second, but Warren, you saw it as soon as it happened. When Abel Andrew Jackson got draped on that top turnbuckle, that was really what decided the match.
He just won it too. That's crazy.
He just won it, but that shows you what it is here in Reality of Wrestling. Oh wait, hold on now. Ryan Davidson with a growl on his face. What is he doing?
He might proclaiming something. He shoved the referee out the way.
He shoved Isaac Bouillon, our senior official, out of the way, and he's screaming at Abel Andrew Jackson, saying, "This is my championship now." Oh, hold on. Wait, what's going on?
What's going on? The lights.
It's completely dark in here. All of a sudden, wait, what is that? We see someone emerging. Who is that? Wait a minute. That's the Savage King. Savage King, who is undefeated here in Reality of Wrestling, is now staring down the bear. I think that Savage King might be issuing a challenge to Ruthless Ryan Davidson. As you see Abel Andrew Jackson still laying here in the ring, not aware of what's going on. Ryan Davidson might have his next challenger right in front of his face. And Ryan Davidson hightailing it out of the World Gym Arena. Warren Johnson, thank you for joining us in the main event here in Reality of Wrestling. For Warren Johnson, my name is Brad Gilmore, and we will see you next week on the Reality of Wrestling.